June 7th, nigga. No cap.
Let go. Hey, hey.
Star, nigga.
June 7th,
Motherfucking legend was born, nigga.
67, nigga, 67 Pope, whatever, nigga. June 7th, 1994, nigga.
I swear to God, if I could rap about something different, I would, nigga. 7 grams, nigga. Pain, nigga. It's the hunger, it's the struggle, nigga. Let go. Feel like my pain different. Don't matter how many beats I own, it don't feel like it Pussy songs if ain't no pain. Baking soda with a little cane in it. You eat a lick on the nigga up at the store, you ain't think he'll make it rain. My partner ain't got no rain in it. Yeah. The AR piece across the street took his soul. This little nigga on the poke with the backpack with that pole. Ain't had no racks to buy his own trap, so he post at the store with it. Cool, I got my own. Pull up, post up at the store. I'm bloody boo, I got my own. Ain't no nigga to roll with me. I'm TCG myself, ain't no nigga trained to go with me. Flow up in loose stead, no tower, it ain't no hoe up in me. But it's all good, that shit wasn't nothing. God don't make mistakes. You do the dab, bitch, you gon' crash. Poof, hit the brakes. The type of life a nigga avoiding this shit. In my birthday, and ain't even enjoying this shit. Damn, my brother ain't called for weeks, I'm tweaking, I can't even speak. Can't fumble with the bag, there's too much gas, ain't missed a beat.
On everything. Man, I'm going out, bitch. Keep that, yeah.
June 7th, nigga. My motherfucking birthday, nigga. RP my nigga, free my nigga, man.
Boosie, nigga, 7 ground, let go, nigga. Yeah, nigga. Hey.
Yeah, man, y'all already know what it is. Hey, y'all know what it is, man. This is made a quote. You ain't gotta quote it. And if I spoke it, you already know what that means. Y'all wrote it, man. Sorry I have to abruptly turn the music off. But you know, we were jamming. It's something I'm gonna start play a little music and begin in the beginning so we can vibe out. But it's still poetry month, Give it up to all the poets, Poetry Life League. Like get your Murph, TK the poet. Y'all already know it, so you ain't got yeah, y'all already know the rest. But hey, we here. I got a couple dope poets that's with me. Hold on, let me turn on some tunes so we can vibe out one time, man. You know how we do it. Just play a little music. Get us in the mood. Okay, okay. You got to get the vibes right. You got to get the vibes right one time, man. So I ain't gonna hold y'all too much longer, man. We're going ahead and gonna bring up a couple poets that's going ahead and gonna rock the mic. They're gonna rock the stage. I'm gonna have to give it up to my boy Oso the poet.
Whoa.
Hey,
all praise to the Most High.
Hey, what's going on, man?
A whole lot of nothing, man. Just life and be life, and bro. Just trying to be a good example, man.
No, most
definitely. How you been, brother?
Hey, I'm blessed. I'm blessed.
Are you?
Look,
I'm out here in my sanctuary, bro. Got the up here in the trees with the fire going, bro. And I just feel I feel so nostalgic right now. Indeed, it is Poetry Month, man. To all the poets, especially the ones that we currently lost, like Nikki Giovanni, but as well as Langston Hughes, Zora Neale Hurston, and the list goes on, man. Most accolades they deserve every bit. If they here or not, they definitely need their flowers, bro. Because without the poets, what would culture be, right?
Right.
Yeah. Matter of fact, let me hit you with this. No problem, man. I'm a Oso. Most people call me Oso the poet, but as Oso means Ontario Smith officially. I hail out of Shreveport, Louisiana after doing 25 years in prison in the Louisiana State of Corrections. In the process of doing that, I tapped into my God-given gift of poetry and had a love for it because it was therapeutic. It helped me get through. So in saying that, a poem that I like to share with you is what really solidified my faith in this new gift. It's called I Should Not Be One to Die Here.
Okay.
I thought life was to be lived to its fullest extent, not stagnated in the cage, pacing my days in constant repent. For you see, this situation is not heaven sent. but hell bent on retribution without sensible latitude for proper intent. Society, this is for your mental. For what the eyes see and the ears hear, the mind believes. For in this state, there's no such thing as judicial reprieve, only added occupants in these crowded cages of dealers, robbers, and thieves, who far exceeded their talents. So society, I ask you, has it truly been beneficial to lock us up and throw away the key? Or has it become some diabolical economical catastrophe for history repeats itself and not opportunity? And today the mass majorities will agree that dying in captivity is a thing of history, and not in conjunction with the denoted ideology that the necessity to the remedy is by continuing sacrificing lives to the penitentiary, merely out of judicial haste. So as these tears run down my face, it's my pride that maintains my hands by my waist, for Lord knows I'm tired. And at times I wish I died. But I've been inspired to change the course of time by implementing the spirit of unity in this segregated community and unconscious atmosphere. For I should not be one to die here. I should not be one to die here is an anthem that vibrates through my spirit on a daily basis. For by looking through ambitious eyes only to see what they despise, for my strive to accomplish. But in the same breath with contemplative thoughts, I ask myself, what must it take for them to embrace the gem of consciousness? That their present state of stagnation has been predestined through conversations only to be executed through legislation. Indeed, the situation is heartache to the point of self-degradation and no faith in the possibility of future emancipation. I should not be one to die here is a how can I say? I should not be one to die here is the altar call for y'all to adhere and to appall the bearers who dropped the ball. Now I hope you dig on and pick up on what I kicked in your ear. But if not, just know that I should not be one to die here.
Okay. That's how you just jump in and spit fire?
Well, I mean, you know, it's just you gotta get the blessings, bro. Gotta get the blessings, man. Gotta get the blessings, bro. The world needs this information, man. The world needs this information. It's gonna be up to the poets and platforms such as this in order to provide such a message in such turbulent times as today.
You're right about that. Hey, I'm gonna bring up one more. Shabazz. Hey, he knew on the platform. So everybody knows me. You gotta spit some fire. So I want to bring up Shabazz real quick, man.
Hey, how you doing, brother? That was fire.
Look.
D.A. Antonio Smith.
Thank you, brother.
Where are you at? Where's the light outside?
Oh man, I'm out here in my sanctuary, bro. Out here by the fire, up under the elements, man. I like to be in touch.
I mean, this is 8 o'clock here.
Huh?
It's 8 o'clock now. It's just dark. That's all.
Oh, it's just dark.
I'm hearing a lot of feedback.
Look. I mean, that is amazing how we all can come on here. One be at night, one's in the daytime. Like that's kind of crazy though. That's kind of wild.
When I say, I guess I'm good now. When I say something, I was hearing it back, but I guess I'm good now.
Yeah, no, I think. You giving us some feedback. I don't know if you got us on speaker or anything, but I think
I actually have my mic off.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
I'm
good now though.
Okay. But hey, Shabazz, tell the people who you are and where you from.
Well, my name is Ishtihad Shabazz. I'm originally from Delaware. Born and raised in Wilmington, Delaware. Raised in Newcastle, Delaware. I'm here in North Carolina now. I've been here 20 years. I did 20 years in the Army. Retired here.
Okay.
I just did my old cooking Army. I was cooking the Army. I ran a kitchen here, in town for about 16 years. And my last daughter kind of got on her feet, so I'm kind of just doing Uber now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, we got one more post we're gonna bring up. Hey, we've got to bring up one of our superstars, one of our favorites on this platform, Lady Crucible. Lady Crucible, what's going on?
Lord, what it do? What it do, gentlemen? How's my kings doing this evening?
Whoa.
Good.
Peace and blessings, sister.
Man, go ahead and tell the people who you are and where you from and what you do, man.
Oh, I'm Lady Crucible, aka the Mistress of Mayhem. I'm here to cause a little mayhem, create a little destruction, cause some catastrophe, along with cataclysmic collisions. You know me. You can find me on Instagram at Lady Crucible. You can find me on TikTok under Poetic Priestess. You can find me on YouTube also under Poetic Priestess. You know me. I let my pen get diabolical.
Okay.
Dig it.
That's how you talk. That's how you talk. Hey, but Shabazz, you're a newbie on the platform, so since you're the newbie, hey, you gotta go ahead and get the center stage and go ahead and go off one time, man. Go ahead and give you the stage.
I can do this up on my when she's next to me, necking me, chest to chest, undressing me.
I'm online. Thank you.
My fault. Go ahead and go. Go ahead and go off.
When she's next to me, necking me, chest to chest, undressing me, kissing and caressing me, the skills she got's impressing me. Plus, she keeps on blessing me. It feels like an epiphany with rhythm of a symphony. We reach the heights of ecstasy. The share time is affecting me. I think I found the remedy to cure what has been ailing me and shake the karma trailing me. Swag no longer failing me. Heart and mind are sailing free. This is how it's supposed to be now. It's just so plain to see. So I took a little time to jot down what's been on my mind. I think I finally find the signs to settle down and make her mine instead of walking through the fields of mines. But that's not how I've been designed for me to regroup and get back to these rhymes. See, love is still refuting me, but Cupid's been recruiting me. His arrows have been shooting me, and love is still eluding me. Being in love is just a fantasy. The first sign of insanity. You dig? Just a little short 45-second poem. But
man, that was fire.
But I got like I said, I got a short poem. I was going to do another little short poem.
First one was for insanity.
Yeah, I mean, falling in love is the first sign of insanity.
Look, fire. That was fire. Fire.
I enjoyed that. I'm kind of disappointed it was so short.
I got a I keep hearing myself back.
You paint a very vivid picture though, with so few words though, brother. That's very genius.
I got another short one I want because of what you did, but I don't think I can hear myself back.
You probably gotta go out and come back in. Just exit out and come back in. But yeah, I can hear you. I think it went away now.
Yeah, I think you fixed it. No, I didn't.
Hold on, let me see. Let me do.
Is that better?
Hello.
Testing.
Is that better?
No, I think
it's castration.
No, I think that's your phone. Also, I think we getting feedback from you.
I don't know what it could possibly be. Now I got my mic on. I'm about to turn it off. Give me a thumbs up or thumbs down once I turn my mic off if it's me.
Okay.
Off.
Okay.
Hear you.
1 2 1 2.
1 2.
Yeah.
I get myself fine now.
Yeah.
So it's me.
Yeah, it's you.
All right, I'm outside. Let me relocate. I'll be with y'all in a moment.
Okay.
I got this piece, Prison Industrial Complex, I want to give him though, but I guess I get to him when he gets back on.
Okay, but since you new on the platform, let's dive into you a little bit. So, how did you get into poetry, and how long have you been doing poetry?
You talking to me now?
Yes.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I can't remember time I didn't write poetry, to be honest with you. I always rhyme. Matter of fact, I remember when I first heard a rap song like 77 to 78. I swear I heard I looked it up, and I swear I heard the Treacherous 3 first, but maybe I didn't. Kumo Diesel group, but when Rappers Alike came out, everybody heard that was like 78. I was in like 8th grade. But I remember hearing that radio say, they doing what I do, because I was already kind of writing poetry for some reason, and I don't know why. I've done it my whole life, kind of on and off. I went through periods, a couple of years where I may not have written, brother, and there have been 2-year span where I'm written. And when I retired from the Army, and I was here, I really I got my heart really broken like right before I retired. And I really went in, and I was been writing like every day for probably 10 years, almost every day. I say every week at least for like 10 years. And I slowed down, but that was 2007 or so. I slowed down some, but I write a lot. I still write heavy.
So, how many poems do you think you actually have?
I have no idea. I know I got like 300 some on YouTube, but I have no idea, to be honest, because I write them and you lose them. I've lost whole laptops, you know what I'm saying, where they crashed on me with a bunch of work on it.
Look.
I just write that, and I write like essays. I call them free writes.
Is that better?
I
guess to hear myself again.
No, it's bad. I don't think it's your location. I think you need to go out, come back in. Yeah.
You can hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. No, it's just his feedback. But that's amazing though. 300 poems on YouTube.
Oh yeah. I know I got a poems easy. But I don't. I'm still hearing myself back. It may be me.
Okay.
Yeah, you probably have to go out and come in.
Just move from stage. The rest of me doing.
No, exit out and come back.
All right. Actually, he might not have to do that. If your headphones are Bluetooth,
I don't even have headphones. I don't have anything.
Might not be compatible. You have to unplug. No, not you.
That better?
Hello?
That better?
It's still a little bit. Well, hold on for a second. We got Shorty Rock in the building.
Hello.
We have a superstar, Shorty Rock in the building. Shorty Rock, what's going on?
Hi.
Okay, I like your setup, girl. Go ahead and flex one time. Looking like a superstar out here, girl.
What it do?
Okay, we live from Beck, man. It is Poetry Month, sorry, I don't check these messages and stuff like that, but it's Poetry Month. And Shorty Rock, tell the people who you are and where you're from and what you do.
I am Shorty Rock. I am from North Carolina, and you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Shorty Rock, and TikTok. You can find me under Shorty Rock.
Okay. Shorty Rock. Hey, can you adjust your volume, because it seemed like you was cutting in and out a little bit.
Yeah.
But we here, and I had something for Lady Crucible. We've been watching over. The Oh Boy just got it released. Hold on, let me get some. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank right now, but it was some good news that came out. That is his name Kevon.
I'm trying to get my laptop. You talking about Carmelo Anthony?
Yeah, come back. Look. I'm thinking about two other people. Hey, look. What come to find out is that he didn't have a knife. It was a cleat sharpener.
Yeah, it was his cleat cleaner.
Yeah.
His key, it was his cliche, basically the cleat cleaner. And technically, I don't think that's long enough to reach his heart. Let's start there. Second off, if anybody caught the interview with the mom, we know now where the kids get their behavior from, because the dad was told to stay home. And what did he do? He came to the conference anyway and showed his ass. They had to escort him off the property.
You said
not to mention the rumors that they're going around. Oh, he took that money. They took that money that they raised for his bond and this, and they went and bought a new house and the car. First off, the money hasn't even been given out yet.
Look.
So how did he go buy a car? How did they go? Not to mention, now mind you, they've been getting their Carmelo's family has been getting numerous threats. I'm talking about real live threats. We gonna kill you. Not to mention they're threatening the judge as well. But now we just had a young white man here just literally 2 days ago, not even 24 hours ago. Let's start there. That took his mother's service weapon to school at FSU. And then killed numerous people. But y'all notice y'all don't hear nobody talking about that?
FSU.
Ain't nobody talking about that. But they dragging Carmelo Anthony's name through the mud. Oh, something else I found out. It ain't that I'm trying to put nobody's business out there, but these are just facts that's coming out. We found out that the father in 2011 SA'd a young little girl. And he's also on the predator list.
Yeah, I've seen that as well.
So it's like we can't keep dipping our hand in the pancake batter and trying to make a cake, knowing it's only gonna make a waffle.
Look, but I mean, people. Look, it's sad. It's really a sad thing that, especially in Texas, where I'm at, because he's in Frisco, and Frisco is not that far from me. It's probably like an hour and 30 minutes or an hour and 15 minutes away from me. And like, they don't want black people.
Right, look, nice upscale neighborhood.
There's where the people with money.
My thing was this.
They don't want us out there.
My thing is this. This kid, no criminal background, straight A student. Even if they was to kick him out of school, he's still gonna graduate with what? A 3.7 GPA, which is still gonna keep him wearing the high top percentile. Now, if the rumor is true, I don't know who leaked it. I'm going to say I know why they leaked it, but they only gave a portion. And the only portion they gave us was that this young man had Molly in his system. Now, again, if this is true, that means the Molly was the primary killer. The cleat cleaner was the secondary.
I'm so lost. I don't know what you're talking about.
You can't keep sitting here acting.
So, Lady Crucible, let your bands know what's been going on.
I'm looking up Carmelo Anthony on the phone. I don't know what's going on. Whatever's going on.
So a 17-year-old boy that they assume just allegedly murdered this young white boy, stabbed him in the chest. But whole time, I
don't cut you off. This has nothing to do with Carmelo Anthony, right?
Not the basketball player.
No, not the basketball player. Not the basketball player.
Okay, I'm tripping.
Not his son either.
I'm tripping.
No, you know what? A lot of people thought that, because I said that too, and I'm like, wait a minute, what? And then I had to read into it. But
okay.
So once upon a time, all these young men went to the same school. Nobody paid attention that Carmelo Anthony's parents put him in a different school district now. In the same district, but just different school. They were bullying him. They was at a track meet. Mind you, it wasn't a school track meet. It wasn't on school property. Austin decides, mind you, Anthony still had friends that went to this school. He just wasn't at the school. Hold on. And in the midst of all this, the young man felt the nerve to come over there and tell him, you need to move. You don't belong over here. when you put it became assault when you put your hands on him. Yes, okay. A few minutes, Zola. And now you know he stabbed him, but you got 2.5 pound boys pounding on him. You know, I guess the world just thought he was just supposed to sit there and get pounded on and beat up, so he defended himself. He stabbed him. Mind you, after he stabbed him, and nobody knows the circumstance of what really happened, they automatically charged him with first-degree murder, a minor, mind you. So the community started digging. They deleted the young man Austin's social media accounts. You know, we wondering why everything's so deactivated now, but now we know why, because it's the same young man that told him and told other plethora of kids, monkeys better not show up to the track meet. But they didn't consider that racist. He didn't put his hands on anyone. He didn't stab anybody, but he said this with heavy artillery sitting on his lap. Actually, in his own parents' home. But now all of a sudden, Facebook and all that's deactivated, so we can't get access to that. We can't get this. We can't get that. And you know,
I didn't even think they let you do that on Facebook. You said he had a gun and he was threatening somebody on Facebook. I didn't think they let you do that.
Social media page, but then now all of a sudden, you know, he's deceased, so social media is deactivated. But you know, everybody think, oh, he good. Can't nobody catch that. But the history can be pulled up. So I was looking at a video by one of the content creators on here on Facebook. Judge Joe Brown. I don't know if anybody caught this here lately, but Judge Joe Brown has spoken up about the Carmelo Anthony situation, who's been a judge for 60 years in Dallas, Texas. Now, what people better hope is the tables don't turn, because the tables can turn. But the thing is, it's not going to turn for Anthony. It's going to turn on the twin. Because see, the twin being accessory to the fact, they can turn around and charge you for your own brother's death. All because you was accessory to the fact. But we just waiting on them. The whole purpose of doing this and people donating and all of that was to make sure that he has his fair trial in court.
Yeah, it sounds like self-defense.
Because they don't want to see this young man have a trial in court. They want him home. They want him home.
Oh yeah, I mean, in Frisco.
It's my hopes. It's my hopes that whoever is following this situation with Mr. Anthony, my condolences to all parties involved. No conflict should end in fatality, but it comes with the territory of life. But let us not be distracted by the distraction. Let us not be distracted by the distraction.
Right. That's what I think too.
Because even though the loss of life has somewhat transpired, families and communities are mourning. But let us not be too attentive to things that are beyond our control, because what we as individuals, and not just as poets, we need to be mindful and be attentive to the messages that are being sent, maybe not verbally, but through actions. Like Mr. Anthony's case, the world is turbulent. People are angry and people are misunderstood, whether it be from the LBGQ, whether it be a person with a DOC number that's reacclimating to society. Our differences is what makes us the same. It's quite disheartening and disappointing to hear such a case with ages at a track meet. Again, my condolences to the families as well as to the community, but also let us not once again be distracted from the distractions, and let us poets be mindful to be attentive to the words that we use in order to be on time, in time, as well as making our messages timeless. That's it.
Look, that was
That was
stupid and
stupid,
crazy.
crazy.
Like we
Like
can't
we
get
can't get
distracted,
distracted.
or we can't be swayed from what the truth really is. You know, we need to come together as a community, as a whole, and stop all this hatred and stuff like that. Like I be seeing so much hate that's been going around, just only in our own community. We steal from each other, we rob from each other, we kill each other. When would the self hate stop? You know, when we elevate to a higher standard. If let's just say 10 black people kill 10 black people, that's 20 black people gone. But if 10 white people kill 10 black people, that's only 10 black people gone. So as long as we keep on going against each other, we taking each other out. Where's the support that we supposed to be having, to back each other up and stuff like that? Like what's going on with Camilla, with everybody, donating and supporting him and stuff like that. That's the way it's supposed to be, because now they trying to railroad him and tell him, oh, just because you kill him, you should be thrown away. How many of us get killed on a regular basis and these police officers just walk away free, or they get a slap on their wrist? What about the justice for that? You know, but they in a different game. They got their own force. Protect the shield. But in reality, is they protecting us or are they protecting themselves? That's what we really got to start thinking about. Is police protecting us or are they protecting themselves? Because let's be real, police do lie. But man, before we get into any more, man, are no limits, man. Are no limits, man. I'm finna pull are no limits up to the stage one time. Are no limits. Hey, what's going on?
Yo, what's going on, G? How's
Hey,
everybody?
hey, we moving and grooving, man. Hey, it's poetry month. We just talking about some real stuff real quick. You know how we do it. We like to talk about real stuff that's going on in the world from a poet perspective. So
From a
we just trying to
poet's point of view.
right. We just trying to let the world
Yeah.
know how we see things, and sometimes we look at things a little bit deeper than most people do. So sometimes people
Oh
need to
yeah.
hear what poets got to say.
Right. Exactly.
But
That.
are no limits, man. Since fresh on the stage, man. You got to drop one of them dope poems.
You know I got you, man. Don't trip.
Okay, man.
So
I'm gonna go ahead and give you center stage, and we're gonna get into this poetry, man. It's poetry month. This is what we here for. So after you go ahead and spit, Shorty Rock. You gotta rock the stage one time. So after no limits, Shorty Rock. We rocking with you next.
all right.
Let's go.
So we'll do it like this. I finish my sword, my heart, it's my ink. Which one do you want to see bleed? Today is call out day because today I'm calling out all the ignorance that you tried to put me through. You tried to bleed me dry like I was an empty pig, trying to slaughter me like I was nothing. But yet I gave you everything that I had and more. Yet to only have you leave me in my lobotomy state, trying to cause me to be like a vegetable, trying to sucker punch me out of my existence because I've existed before you existed in this timeline that you tried to destroy me in. And now you're chasing me, witch hunting me down, trying to destroy my mondo ego because my ego was only to be here with you. I tried to be there for you. I try to do everything that I can, but only you caused me to suffocate in my own existence, and then you dare to try to call me not a man. That's crazy. From the inside out and try to tear me as if I was nothing to you. But yet, didn't I leave everything and help raise your son too? only left me in cold, dark, cold flames of ice cold ice boxes like Omarion that you left me on frozen. I thought I was frozen for a minute without the superpowers. Had me stuck on the ice, and I was living in Antarctica when you kicked me out of the house on the second day of the New Year's, and then I was a New Year old in my car sleeping. Didn't know that it was going to be a cold winter night that night, but yet 7 months living in my car only to have it stolen on the next day night. As I finally found shelter in a place that I could call home, but home wasn't home for me. It was a home away from me that I thought that I would never see another day. But yet here I stay. Now I have to transition and remove myself from everything of you. But yet you only left me a cold shoulder just to go back with the same dude that abused you. So what was the point of me marrying you? To make me look like Boo Boo the Fool? I guess I took a chance and I took a risk and I gave it all, but I don't miss the fact that you destroyed everything inside me. And now I have to Adam crawl back into my existence. You hurt me, you destroyed me, but yet you can't kill what God has anointed to live. And now the power is his and it's not yours. Boom.
Look, hold on. You know what though? I've been tripping. I got some new stuff, out, man. Hold up, man.
That was deep, brother. Thank you for sharing that, man. Extremely personal.
You know, I gotta give you all applause.
Yes, sir. Hey, I'm grateful to be able to share and actually not be stuck in a emotional cryo state with the whole situation. Like, hey, you got to move on, but it doesn't mean that I can't speak about it.
Look, that hit different when you say she go back to the same dude that was mistreating you, having me looking like Boo Boo the Fool. Look, that's like they hit home a little bit, man. I ain't gonna hold you, but man, that was fine. Oh, so what you think?
Oh man, I can tell you this, man. That woman came into your life so you can see, so you can be introduced to the better version of you. Sometimes people come into your life for the sole purpose to hurt you, to try to attempt to break you. But what end up happening is that they crack the shell to the deeper you. That person was a blessing in disguise, because if it was presented any other way, you wouldn't have learned the lesson and you wouldn't have shared what you just shared to touch somebody else's life right here, right now, that is going through the exact same thing. Understand that your pain and your story intertwined is your glory. Understand that you had to go through something in order to become who you are today. And your trials and tribulations are the foundation for who you will become.
Absolutely. That's so true.
So again, I thank you for sharing.
Man, Shorty rock.
And you guys know something that's funny is that tomorrow would have been our anniversary day.
Congratulations.
It would have been.
Congratulations that is not. Congratulations that you are celebrating another day of being a new version of yourself, a stronger, more wiser, and maybe somewhat timid at the moment. But whatever you do, don't ever close yourself out to love.
That's a fact.
Because y'all may have failed, but love never fails. Okay? Love never fails.
Hey, Shorty rock. You know what time it is. It's time for you to rock the stage, man. I'm going to go ahead and give you the center stage, man. Look, the superstars in the building, man. Let's go ahead and get it done.
All right. This is Wild Thoughts. With great power comes great responsibility. Making a poem cry is to touch a soul without gloves. Subconsciously listening to, actually hearing a compassionate understanding of your pain. The crucible is tipped, molten liquid of silver and gold, spilling from the mold, revealing a scroll, spilling, speaking a foreign language that only the best can understand. Nouns, verbs, and adjectives construct worlds with no limits. Inscribing, etching a cadence on vocal cords of epic proportions, with intentions and purpose, invoking thought-provoking insight, digesting monologues better than a parasite, a flow, like holding a hand out the window, allowing the wind to lift and carry away words, falling out, missing rhyme and reason, all astray, jumbling sentences like alphabet soup, spinning lines into ramen. Twisting tongues, arguing with a poem, manipulation of a definition, verbal dysentery coming faster than a waterfall. I wish I knew how to start this. To make it flow like that in the way of a river, or the way time is always on the go. Unfortunately, a poem doesn't always follow those laws. This is a declaration of souls. Learning the uncomfortable truth of sleeping with self. Peace.
Let's go. Shorty Rock, Shorty Rock. Shorty Rock is always incredible, man.
I
Look,
wouldn't care what nobody say. Shorty Rock know how to make a brother food digest a whole lot smoother. You understand? Man, I tell you. Thank you, baby. I appreciate
Queen
it.
over here swaying.
My goodness.
Look, I gotta give her some applause.
Yes.
Shout out to Shorty Rock, superstar of poetry life. Hey, Lady
I
Cruz,
see you. I see you.
look,
What's good? What's good?
we need you to bless the mic one time, Mistress of Mayhem. We need you to go ahead and grace the stage, and give it all you got.
All right, I got some new ink to drip.
Ooh,
This
new ink.
one is this prompt is given out by Angel Kim. Shout out to you. It's called Slutted Out for Poetry. Seduction beneath the moonlight, as I slip beneath sheets, craving that sweet, slick ink, the way it spills from my fingertips, like the love that whispers sweet nothings, tempting, teasing, that dirty little secret, hidden in the back of my mind. I'm high off of you. That euphoria became my addiction, fiending for your lust that wraps me tenderly yet ruthless. A call in the dark, pulling me deeper, leaving me breathless, wanting more. Words became my drug, high off just the thought. The law of reality, a fiend for the feels. The way it carves my soul, revealing the pain, transforming it into beauty, dripping vulnerability like honey on the edge of my tongue. I flirt with the page, a lover with no shame, pouring out my heart, bare and bruised, confessions that slip past my lips like they're too hot to hold, spitting fire and ice, battling the demons that haunt me, Old wounds reopen, and still I come back for more. It's gangster, yet sexy, the way poetry pulls me in. Like a moth to a flame dancing on the edge of danger. The thrill of the chase, a promise of release. I'm flooded out for these verses, devoured by the rhythm, addicted to the beat, the pulse of my heart sinking with the flow, those marginal lines, a lover's caress, these stanzas, a seductive touch, drawing me into the depths where shadows play, writing my sins in ink, letting them bleed on the page, turning my pain into poetry, darkness into light. The way it uses me up, then got the audacity to dare me to return like a bad girl with a smile, a promise of pleasure, the adrenaline rush of the illicit. I'm caught in an endless loop, this cycle of craving. Every word becomes a kiss on the cheek, those verses touching every part of me. I'm left breathless, exposed, and yet I can't resist, can't break free from that sweet sin, that lyrical addiction, the only vice that feels like freedom. But here I am, slutted out for poetry, drenched in the ink, poured out on the page, the beauty in chaos, the grace in my grit, the way I surrender again and again, the magic of the power of words. I'm sorry, y'all. I got slutted out for poetry. You heard?
Man,
Man,
shout
shout
out.
out.
Shout
Shout
out,
out,
man.
man.
Lady
Lady
Crucible.
Crucible.
Hey, she
Hey,
always
she
come
always
with
come
some
with
heat.
some heat.
Yeah, she coming with that smoke. Thank you, love.
Look,
Look,
fire,
fire,
straight
straight
fire.
fire.
Do what I do, what I do, what I do.
Look, and you
Look,
said
and
that
you
was
said
the
that was a
Nubian?
Nubian?
Yeah, I just wrote that yesterday.
So, how do y'all
How do y'all
find
find
the urge
the
to write?
urge to write?
The same way I find the
With
urge to
me,
get me a glass of water.
Mm,
Easy. 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 It's like breathing, man. Again, from last week, like I said, once you find your groove and you just start writing, there's no cutoff spot. It's time no longer exists.
mm.
So to answer your question again, it's like breathing.
Look,
Look,
I tip my hats
my
off
hands
to you
off to you
because
because
I probably
I
write a
probably write a
poem
poem
once
once
a month
a month
or once
or
every
once
2
every
months.
2 months.
It really all depends, bro.
I write
I
at
write
least
at
3
least
4
3
times a
4
day.
times a day.
You said
You
what?
said what?
I write at
I
least
write
3
at
to
least
4
3 to
5
4 or 5
times a day.
times a day.
And I write
And I
every
write
day.
every day.
I write every day, but normally am I pleased with what I've placed on paper? It's hard to say, but it needs to come out and it has to go somewhere. So that's usually where I schedule myself. I got 3 writing sessions a day, and whatever comes of it, comes of it. But I make sure that in the process of doing that, I understand that I'm reconnecting with my spirit as well as the spirit of my ancestors, because these messages don't come from me, they come through me. And some of the stories that are told or messages that are given, some are personal, some are vicarious. But again, as poets, we are the vessels of humanity. And humanity is not always carnal. It's spiritual.
Right.
And again, true griots, when a griot passes, is like a library passes. We are the cornerstones of culture in every facet. So yeah, where it comes and how it comes, But when it's given, trust me, you will be receiving a whole lot more.
Look, I got a question though. So okay, so y'all writing at a high clip. So do y'all focus on writing like I'll say how can I say this without being disrespectful? I don't know how to, I'm just gonna say it. Do y'all write to like to write great poetry or y'all just write just to write? Like are y'all focused on writing great material every time you write, or you just saying, okay, let me just write this down, let me get it out of my system? Which one is it?
I go with the flow. I go with the flow of my feeling. Whatever leads me, that's why I go. Like, if I sit down and write a line, and I can be like, excuse my French, bitches make me sick. And then it's like I could write that one line, and then here come the other line. Like, yeah, and then I got the niggas out here, you know what I'm saying, just riding my dick, and it's woo, and it's like, it's not what that you really sitting here thinking about it. It's something that you already got up there, and you done finally figured out how to somewhat put it together. So to keep me from losing that thought, I just write it all down, and then later I go back and I edit it, and I take out what needs to be taken out and add what needs to be put in. But at that moment, you're gonna never write poetry in the beginning. It's all thoughts. And some people like me, I have racing thoughts. So it's like, yeah, I'm constantly writing because I got to keep up with this thought, and then I got to remember what I said 3 seconds ago. Yeah, so it's, with some people, it's a journey.
Okay. Okay, like because like with me, when I write a poem, it has to be like a top 10 poem. Like if I feel like it's gonna be mediocre or it don't resonate with me, then I'm not gonna really put it in my arsenal, or I'm not gonna just really write it. Every time I write, it gotta be magnificent. It gotta be a work of art. Every time I drop a word down, or scribble a saying, whatever, it has to hit. I just can't write just to be just say, okay, it sound cool, or let me get this off my chest. I have to write to execute to make sure everything hit this exactly the way I want it to be. So it's like when I write, that's why I guess I don't write a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because I have to make sure, okay, this point hits across all borders. So I really go ahead.
But who said that it's not like that? Every time I pick up my pen, it looks like
No, I'm just saying for me.
yeah. But I'm saying I'm in the middle of composing like 4 pieces,
I mean,
and I've got like 6 more in the loop.
I mean, you're a good writer, and when you're a good writer, it comes natural to write.
But that's what I'm saying. So I can understand how they can write one almost every day, if not a couple of them a day. So and how thoughts can run rampant. But that's what I'm saying. So it's not a matter of the quantity versus quality. All of them can be quality. It's just that your thoughts run that wild that you have to write it down. Otherwise, it's like literally running through Pandora's box on a regular. Like you have to do something with all these thoughts because it's just insanity to keep them in your head.
I mean, you're right, because look, I guess with me, like there's like 5 poems in my head that I want to write. It's a series of poems that I want to write, but I haven't wrote them. I haven't even started writing them, and I've been having these 5 subjects in my head for the past 4 years, but I haven't wrote them yet. They're in my head. I know exactly what I'm gonna say, or how what I'm gonna put into it, but I just haven't wrote it down. If that makes sense, but
It ain't that you haven't wrote them down. Your pen ain't allowed you to yet. Your pen gonna let you know when it's time to write it down.
right. Because whenever I do write, it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, it hasn't developed into a complete thought yet. And like I said, you've been doing it long enough, TK, as well as the rest of the poets on the platform. When you know, you just know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You just feel it. But I think we all went through it, the different stages of tapping into our craft, discovering the talent, being acknowledged for the talent, receiving the accolades, and somewhere along not excuse me, I think we all fall into the trap of trying to please the ear of the listener. But over time, as I have, is that I truly think about what I think about. And I read somewhere years ago that once you commit something to paper, it's no longer yours. So, brother TK, you say about a couple of years now, you had these individual concepts. There's a reason they're being developed. There's something else in the universe that you need to be exposed to in order to share it as a message.
And you absolutely right.
Yeah, and like I said, we all done Sister Crucible, Shorty Rock, as well as the new guest that came on. We all go through it. We'll start something like, yeah, we got the concept. All right, here go a nice little line, and then it just goes kaput. It might be there for months, years. Then again, serendipitously out of nowhere, you get hit like a lightning bolt, and boom. You look back over it, what you wrote at first is not even conducive to what you added on, and ultimately it all works out. It all works out.
Because I didn't have poems that I had wrote like in a day. Then I had other poems that it took me by 2 weeks or 3 weeks to write. So it's like everything is different. You know,
hey, man. You got city grits, 5-minute grits, and you got them old-fashioned thick ones, brother. Everything take time, but it gonna be good though. It gonna be good.
Yo, TK.
Yes, sir.
One thing I can tell you about the whole writing portion of it all is that sometimes you become the piece before you write the piece. And so you're like, while you may have those topics in your head, your entire experience with those topics in your head is filling in the gaps of the piece. And so as you walk through the actual piece itself, that's when you'll be able to release it, because you can't go to the gas station and know that you need gas and not fill up on gas when you're empty. So the pieces got to fill out before you're able to truly write them. And other times,
not to cut your wisdom.
Yeah, you good.
Say, people out there that's watching this, don't you hear this knowledge, these jewels that's been dropped? Like, I'm telling you, poets have the greatest minds on earth. Look, some of the stuff that we be talking about, the jewels that we be dropping. Like this coming from a great mind of writers that that been through real life situations, man. I didn't mean to cut your wisdom, but you was dropping some jewels that need to be recognized real quick, though, man. But go in and go off.
Yeah, no worries, man. But yeah, with that, like sometimes you have to fill in the empty spaces, meaning that you have to experience the whole entire piece before you write them. And other times, like there, like for me, for example, like the piece I shared with you guys tonight was a piece that needed to be released, but I didn't write it. Like some pieces are just release pieces, like you have to speak them before you get ensnared and entrapped with it to where you feel like you're suffocating, and then that's where the writer's block come from, because you didn't release a piece that you were supposed to release. Because the release isn't for you. I mean, well, the release is for you, but it's not always only for you, because it's for the next person. And so that's why, like, and so that's why, like, for me, a long time ago, I stopped writing for people. I started writing to release. I start writing to heal. I start writing to get to overcome certain things. And like when it's time for me to write, oh, I'll write. I'll write, and sometimes I'll go into a writing like a writing onslaught of like poems. Like there's been times where I wrote like maybe 10, 15 poems in a day. But if it's no cause for me to write it, then I won't. But most of the times, if I'm sharing it on Instagram, like I can't just go flipping through my phone on it while on Instagram to share the piece. Like unless I'm on a platform like this, to where I could go to my vault and I could go into those pieces and share those pieces that I've written. But yeah, like just know that sometimes, man, you have to live through the piece before you write it. And so don't beat yourself down about it if you haven't written it or it's been circling around. Like learn what you need to learn before you write it.
Right, because there's like 5 poems that I know that I have to write, and one of them that I know that I have to write is going to be amazing. I don't know what it's going to be just yet. I just feel like it's going to be amazing whenever I write. I don't know what I'm going to write about, and it's just kind of funny that I feel this way, that the next poem that I'm write is going to be, super amazing. I just don't know what it's going to be. And that's the crazy thing about it.
Yeah.
Look, have y'all ever knew or felt that you finna write something amazing?
Yeah, I've actually felt that way a couple of times, but I try not to stay too invested in that feeling. I try to focus on getting the message out properly. Because if I get caught up in the hype of the piece, then I'm not gonna write it or deliver it the way that it should.
I can honestly say, once the pen stop, I can already feel it. See, when I do that initial proofread after that pen stop and read it, I don't care what nobody say, bro. The feeling's almost like sex. Excuse my. I hope I'm not being too. But yeah,
no, you talking?
When you talk about release, like I said, this is a spiritual thing. You talking about intellectual property. You talking about painting pictures with words that can get to the point that it will be so impactful that it can change someone's life. The word says, in the beginning was the word. Man, the word been here for a minute. And all that the word has been through, and it's still here. And it's still very impactful and very influential. So again, that feeling, ooh. Peach cobbler and a scoop of vanilla ice cream on a Sunday in the summer.
Let's go.
Talk to me.
Look.
Man. But yeah, it's that feeling, man. It's addictive.
It is.
It's addictive, bro. Man said he wrote 15 poems in a day. Woo, sweet Jesus, man.
Boy, that boy,
yeah, he was feeling it. He was feeling it. He was in your groove.
It can definitely happen.
But that's what's happening, man. Keep that production going, man, because we need all the energy you willing to share.
Hey, that's what I'm here for.
And when I say we, I ain't talking about just this platform. I'm talking about
I know.
Yeah, the world, man. We are one of many.
Look,
absolutely.
Like I said, we are some of the best writers in the world. Shorty Rock, also the poet, Shabazz, Lady Crucible, Are No Limits, man. We write and we write and we write. And the thing is, we all have our different styles. We all have our different experience to make us great. We have our own path, our own vision, our own eyes that we see things differently in. We can all see the same thing, but we can write something totally different about it. And that's the brilliance about our minds and coming together. And also, like, we can identify with so many different people. There's so many people that's going to identify with you also. That's going to come here just to hear your material, just to hear your story, because they may go into something similar that you're going through. So and you're shining a light and bringing in a light to someone that's in a dark place. So you have to do what you're supposed to do, and that's one thing that I tell about poets. We have a great responsibility because the stuff that we write, the stuff that we put out, it can help somebody else. But just think about it. If we didn't do what we was doing, if we didn't drop the words that we was dropping, and how we gonna touch that person that the person that we supposed to touch? If we didn't do what we were supposed to do, if we didn't write what we supposed to write, that other person would never seen that light. So that's why I'm saying that we have a great responsibility. We have a great power that's in us that can liberate others. But we have to do our job. We have to write it first. When that 18-year-old boy came up to me and he had tears in his eyes and saying like, "Man, I felt like you was talking to me." Like he was saying that's something that he needed to hear. If I never wrote that, that experience would never happen. And that's one thing I keep reiterating. We have a great power, but like they said, with great power come great responsibility. So just know that each one of y'all have greatness inside of them. Hold on, man. Man, hold up, man. Hold up. Wait a minute, man. Wait a minute. It's been a long time, man. But man, we have another superstar in the building, man. Another superstar in the building, man. He go by True Poet. True Poet in the building, man. Hold up. Hold up, True. Hold on. Let me do this one time, man. Hold up. Hey, True Poet, tell the people who you are, where you're from, and what you do.
Hey, it's the boy True Poet. Out of Little Rock, Arkansas. I am a word fanatic. I like to play with words. During recess, I didn't play with the other kids. I played with words. That's what I do on
Wait a
recess.
minute. I found my twin brother. I knew my twin brother was running around here somewhere. See, I like to play with words too.
See, that's a fact. That's a fact. Hey, we in there. We in there. But no, man. Yeah, I do a little bit of this, do a little bit of that. Man, I apologize for even popping in late like this, man. I've been stuck into the playoffs right now, the NBA playoffs. And I was like, I seen y'all on live. I was like, oh snap, it is. Yeah, so I had to pop in for sure, for sure, for sure.
Look, I kind of got mad that the Mavericks just laid down. They didn't even fight. I'm like, come on, y'all just
Man, what are we
played good,
doing?
and y'all
Why do
just
you?
laid down to the.
Why are you talking about them?
Look,
Come on,
we could
bro.
have beat Memphis like
Come
easily.
on, bro.
Like, let's keep it a stat. We could have beat Memphis. Like,
Let's not even don't even do
but
that, man.
but
Like
we ain't gonna turn we ain't gonna
yeah,
turn
let's
this to
talk.
a
Yeah,
sports.
yeah, we ain't gonna do that because we ain't like if you're gonna talk, let's talk about real teams. But anyway, go
Oh,
teach his own. Teach his own.
whoa.
Teach his own. Teach his own. Teach his own.
Hey,
No, we ain't doing that, man. Hold up, wait.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Let's get on this porch, man, because he being disrespectful, man. Man, hold up, man.
I'm just saying.
What?
I hope we ain't got no poets in this league that's like equivalent to Dallas. That's all I'm saying. This is the Poetry Life League.
hey, yo.
We need the best of the best here. That's all I'm saying. They not. They're not that.
You know what though? We ain't gonna do the disrespect, man. Like we ain't doing
Yo.
that. Like we gonna keep it a dollar. We gonna keep it a dollar. But we
Did you drop him, sir?
no disrespect against the
Did you
man.
did you put him in the basement?
And look, man, say man, you heard he was being disrespectful. The
I'm
man.
Did you,
talking about
sir?
lost the key on them.
Did
I'm
you
talking
put him
about
in
throw them
the
all the
basement?
way in the
I'm like,
basement.
No,
man,
no,
look,
send
man.
me back to the
Just
basement.
to drop the man off in the basement.
Send me back to the basement. I ain't even mad.
Oh man, look, man, look.
Bro gotta be over here
You know what,
dying.
TK, that just remind me of something.
What's up?
These comments. on Carmelo Anthony. I had a what I call a commentator that wanted to
Okay.
be a commentor.
Okay.
Called itself coming at me sideways. So I had to tell him, you know, one thing you gonna learn in today's society
Okay.
is to never piss
Hmm.
off a poet.
Hmm.
He said, "What the?" He said, "And what the fuck that's supposed to mean?" I said,
Don't even want to find out.
"It goes." I said it goes a little something like this. I said that's the
Okay.
best you got. Leaving your tongue on stuck, a sitting duck, stones too heavy, so you gotta throw rocks. He talking big shit with a little ass dick, that toxic shit. A slow motherfucker that should have been swallowed. Don't argue with scum. I'll leave your ass on the run. See, this is what happens when you come at a poet. I forgot you don't understand proper preparation is making your ass the performance. But when that tongue tries to slide with disrespect, let me introduce you to my dialect. Leaving your tongue froze like Sub-Zero. I'm not America's hero. You'd rather argue than face facts. So let me put you back on the right track. You might want to take a few steps back. Because, see, I cause cataclysmic collisions of chaos with my tongue. You want to come get you some while you bumping them gums? Your tongue loving to double dutch? Roll your palate in this backwood, bruh. Then tighten you up, light you up, then take a puff, pass you off to my friends. Somebody call this nigga's next of kin. Dropping that sin from the tip of my pen. Find you somebody to play with, my friend. Traffic is looking like the best thing for you. So now if you through, remember my tongue can be ice cold. My dialect is a son of a gun. Leaving ink blocks on your tongue. My pen drips with a cold ass heart. Porn.
Yo, that's why you don't mess with a poet. All right.
Look. If
That's
you gonna
why.
talk,
That's why.
talk.
That's
Yo.
why.
Mm-mm-mm.
It was kind of funny. He was like, I don't even understand what none of that means. Well, go get your dictionary, son. You got a lot of learning to do.
Hey, it was crazy that you said that because Daylight said this the other day. Or in the battle the other day. He said, just because you don't understand it, don't mean he not dying. I said,
Look.
Exactly. Gone.
Look.
Talking
Daylight
about
was hey,
crucified you on the cross.
Daylight was rapping. Daylight was rapping on him.
he,
He said
bro,
just
don't.
because you don't understand don't mean you ain't dying.
Yeah, just because you don't understand it, don't mean he dying. That was
Because
crazy.
basically, and you know what? It's funny you say that because dude came back when he's like, I don't understand nothing you just said. I know you don't because I just killed your ass and you still can't breathe, my boy.
I do what you can't do.
Look.
Exactly. Only difference was I wasn't like Melo Anthony. I didn't have to use a knife, nigga. I used the pen. Oops.
Oh, hey man.
But since you came in kind of late, you did come to the party kind of late, True. So you gotta bless the mic and get on the stage one time, man, and show him why you are a true poet.
Oh, on the spot like that. And you know what's crazy? I got a slam in Memphis tomorrow that I gotta prepare for anyway. Shoot. I really all right, cool. Yeah, I really didn't want to even do this piece, but since you put me on the spot, it's the only one I got on my mind right now. Actually, I'm gonna do this one. Um, so I remember as a child walking around with balloon in hand tied to string filled with helium. Never too big, never too small. It was just medium. I mean, it was perfect, but not because of the size, but because it was mine. You see, a balloon was something I felt like I could claim to, and if I so choose to, give a name to. And if I felt like I was too far out of hand, well, that was something I could change too, rearrange too, reel it in a way to where I feel like it couldn't escape. So when it was actually time to let go, it was wrapped so tight around my finger, I knew it would stay. You see, I learned the tricks of the trades on how to make my balloon behave. I controlled its strings better than Geppetto. I was its marionette. I would control where it goes in every direction, held onto it so tight why I never popped. Was the question. Oh, but every time we rubbed against each other, it was always electric. But the thing about that, it only lasted for a second until it was back floating. You see, I always loved looking at other balloons, seeing all the things that they had that mine didn't know, and it didn't make them better. It just made them different. Because I was always the type to think that every balloon I seen was man-made for me, not realize that most balloons I received were made by some clown who ended up making them in the streets. I even seen a couple of them get turned into dogs, which showed me that every balloon can be loved depending on who's holding it. One was given to a little boy, one was given to a man, which showed me that every balloon can be loved depending on who's holding it. And in that moment, I had to realize whether I wanted to be the clown or the customer, want to manipulate or want to love her. I remember as a man walking around with woman in hand, fingers tied together, holding on to my scars, hoping she was the one that was healing them. Always getting into arguments, some too big, some too small, hard to communicate because there was always a medium. I was never perfect, but not because of the woman that was on my side, but because of my mind. You see, a woman was something I felt like I could claim to, and if I so choose to, give my last name to. And if I felt like she was too far out of hand, well, that was something I could change to, rearrange to. I would reel her in a way to where I feel like she couldn't escape, so when it was actually time to let go, she was wrapped so tight around my finger, I knew she would stay. You see, I learned the tricks of the trades on how to make my woman behave. I controlled her strings better than Geppetto. Even though I knew I wasn't marrying that, I would control where she goes in every direction, held on to it so tight. I know she wondered would I ever pop the question. But every time we rubbed against each other, it was always electric. But the thing about that, it only lasted for a second until she was back hoping. You see, I always loved looking at other women, seeing all the things that they had that mine didn't, knowing it didn't make them better. It just made them different. Because I was always the type to think that every woman I seen was handmade for me, not realize that most women I deceived were hurt by some clown who ended up making them for the streets. I even seen a couple of them get turned into dogs, which showed me that every woman can be manipulated depending on who's controlling her. One ended up with a little boy, one ended up with a man, which showed me that every woman can be loved depending on who's molding her. See, if a balloon taught me one thing, is that it could be the hardest thing to love, especially with no strings attached. So if you ever decide to cut it off and gas them up, don't expect her, don't expect it to come back. Peace. Peace. That's
Dub,
that
hold
peace.
up. Hold up. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold up. I can't get to my sound
First
effects quick
off,
enough.
no.
Hold up. Hold up. Let me get this.
First off, sir.
Word.
No, see, you got to throw in a burr, 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 burr,
Look, I
burr,
ain't
burr,
got that yet. I gotta find
burr.
that one. I gotta find that.
Word, word,
Like
love,
you,
love.
like you really just came in here and just took the words and flipped them upside down, cat a corner, them met some niggas around the corner. You know what I'm saying? Like really, you just gonna come in here and just do that?
I thought I like to play with words. I like to play with words.
Again, y'all.
Helium.
I
He
just
said
my brother.
he thought she can helium. And mention that, marry that. Look, thought out. Look. You was talking.
Appreciate it.
Met your
Appreciate it.
man,
Love.
dad come
Yeah,
around and grabbed a marionette. Like
yeah.
what?
Y'all
Look,
hilarious. Y'all hilarious.
look.
Love.
Look.
Appreciate it.
Well, you know what? But you know what? It's funny though. You know, I love how people can just take words and just put them together and make it fit.
Mm-hmm.
Because people
Man,
still trying to figure
it's
out
an
how.
amazing skill.
It
Look.
definitely is. Because you know, I still got people trying to figure out how I made monologues.
So what you got to
Trying
say?
to figure it out.
Huh?
What you got to say?
Oh man, he wasn't talking. That brother was spitting.
I
You did. I appreciate it, brother. Thank you for sharing, man.
appreciate you for receiving.
Especially how you was able to you were really able to introduce the double entendre within the first stanza. I mean, it's definitely a skill, and to be able to somewhat ended the way you started, but now the balloon is a person, so it went from an inanimate object to something real.
Yeah.
So yeah, very creative. I appreciate that, brother. Thank you.
Hey, appreciate that feedback, my brother.
Man, it's
Man,
just
it's just
you write in layers. It's layers. You put 7 layer dip on that thing, man. But it's fire though. I appreciate
Appreciate it. Yeah.
the wordplay and the wittiness of it and stuff like that. I like a journey. I'm like, man, something that made me like, man, that's fire. Let me sit back, like, dang, that was fire. And how
Yeah.
like he said, the double and triple entendres and stuff like that. Like, yeah, that's writing. You writing.
Appreciate that, brother. Appreciate that. Most definitely. Like I
So
said, man, I'm trying to prep. I'm trying to prep for tomorrow, man.
let's talk about this poetry slam you involved with tomorrow.
Yes, and it's one in Memphis happening tomorrow, thrown by Karen Malone. And these are actually some of the poets that I've actually told about this league, told them to join. I don't know if they hit you up. I can only do so much. If they ain't about that life, I get it. But
Look.
no, it's happening in Memphis for a stack. So I gotta come with my best work.
Look. How do you feel about it?
You
You
know what?
feel
I'm gonna have to
confident?
come.
Or you feel good?
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. I got one more rehearsal I got to do,
I
but
mean,
other than that, I'm with it.
after that piece he just spit right there, he shouldn't have no problems. I'm talking about no problems at all.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Now it's gonna be a lot of heavy hitters, so yeah, I gotta come with the full arsenal. Come with the
Yeah,
full arsenal.
man. True. You better be glad you ain't got no poets like me in that poetry slam because
It
man,
is
look,
poets like you. That's why I'm coming. I gotta come with a full arsenal.
first of all, they ain't like me.
You
Look,
right.
I'm like
You
Kendra.
right. You yourself. You right. You
Look.
right.
I am
Word.
Himothy.
Respect.
I am Himothy. No other symmetry.
Respect. Respect.
No
Yes,
man
sir.
colder than me, standing 2 feet, not even biblically. I could paint you a
Ooh.
picture, y'all still won't get the imagery. Some people say I should have some fear in me. Why? But don't let me go out. Like, hold up, man. Like,
Oh, chill
look,
out,
look,
bro. Chill out.
look,
I don't
look,
want. I ain't never did
look,
I say I wanted to smoke.
man.
Never did I say that.
Look,
See,
I
man.
came on to be friendly. I came on
see,
here to talk to the people about how the league gonna be, how fire this is gonna be. I'm in
Look,
preparation
man,
mode,
nah,
man.
but man, hope look, you gonna get it. Portugal like champion, like, hey man, we do nothing but the best, man. You finna go in there tomorrow, do what you do, and show there's some
Word,
separation and
word,
styles and the writing and the fluidity of your poetry.
for
Like,
sure,
one thing or two
for
things that
sure.
I can say, man, you a fire, man. You
Appreciate that.
craft your stuff, to the T.
Appreciate that,
That
brother.
you take
Appreciate that.
time and energy into your poetry. So, and plus your delivery, you know, uh,
Word.
how you speed it up and you like it's like a cliffhanger that you have. Like
Right,
we
right.
waiting to hear what's the next thing you gonna say.
Yeah,
So,
that timing, man.
yeah.
That timing. That timing. That's it for sure, for sure. Hey, Shorty Rock, you ain't speaking today. What up?
I am. I said hi.
I know. I knew she was gonna be in here. I said, I know Shorty gonna be in there.
Hey,
I'm
Shorty
over. I'm
been ripping the
writing.
mic.
Good seeing you, Shorty.
Hi, honey. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I just had to speak. I seen you was quiet over there. I had to speak.
Look, Shorty been doing her thing, man. Shout out to Shorty Rock, man. But look, we getting close to the end. Let's talk about this Portrait Life League. Like, since everybody in here is part of Portrait Life League, it's getting close, man. It's getting close.
Oh yeah, I'm ready for
July
my jersey
12th.
to come in. What's up with my jersey, man?
Hey, man. Once we have the draft, and once we figure out who's in what region, we're gonna get the jersey pressed up and we're gonna send them out to y'all, man.
Word, word.
We like I said, we gonna have the draft. The judges, they've been watching. You look, they've been watching. They've been picking to
What?
see who they want in their region and stuff like that. So, hey, we got 8 judges.
That's
So
dope. That's dope. When is the draft?
as soon as we solidify the top 24,
Word,
we're gonna have the draft. So,
word,
we waiting to solidify that top 24, and once we solidify that, it's on and popping.
word.
It only gets deep from there. Once y'all get what region y'all gonna be in, then once y'all get y'all schedule, July 12th. Oh yeah, it's live. It's live.
It's
Look, man,
going up. It's going up.
Look,
I
let me
hate,
ask
I
Shorty
hate
Rock
to,
back here.
I hate to interrupt, but I gotta cut it short, bro. I got a schedule I gotta keep.
Hey man, go ahead.
Again, it was a pleasure, man. It was good meeting you, brother. The other two new attendees this evening, it was a pleasure. Again, thank you for sharing. I hope you do well tomorrow in Memphis. Shorty Rock, sister, y'all can both you ladies continue to be a blessing. Until next time, peace.
Hey,
All
peace,
right,
brother.
peace, brother.
Be safe.
Hey man, look, it's gonna be fire, man. Let me see, True Poet. Let me see. I'm looking at the schedule. Game 5, you versus Lyrical Q. Ooh. Match 5. So
Time to get loud. It's time to
okay,
present. Shot Town Streets.
okay.
What time is it?
Hey, look, it's getting close. It's getting close.
No, it's gonna be a vibe,
Hey,
man. This
you
whole
heard me.
league
Come
gonna be
on
a
now.
vibe.
That's gonna be the new motto. Time to get
Time to get live.
Look, man, look.
loud. Time to represent. Shot Town
Shabazz,
Streets. What time is it?
you been kind of quiet, man. You know, I gotta put you on the spot one time, man. You're gonna have to grab center stage and go ahead and let the mic rip because hey, you've been kind of quiet. So you know, we gotta give you your respect what is due and go ahead and give you the center stage. Go ahead and rock out one time, man.
Hey, make sure your mic ain't on mute. Make sure your mic ain't on mute.
Can you hear me?
Word. There we go.
I'm good now. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Mental castration is the station of any nation that is so thoroughly invested in the business of incarceration. Back to the plantation or soldier of frustration that they populate the ever-growing underclass nation. And there'll be no interruption to the corruption until we find a more efficient means of production. This is the introduction to the terrors of street seduction. It's about the construction of societal dysfunction, self-obstruction, and opportunity destruction. It's about the redirect of real context as corporations flex under the prison industrial complex. It's about the sale of chronic economics and the passing of my people for liquor store tonic. The leaves in the trees pull away from cool breeze because the leaves in the trees know they've had enough. But we turn our heads because we're easily led by something that we're better off ignoring instead. Stuck on stupid chasing lust, no real friends, no one to trust. Skeletons falling out of the closet as we chase ghosts, looking for the next street corner bullshit to host. Now they're pouring out liquor for your farewell toast. Or laughing behind your back, just another clown to roast. In prison, contemplating, path degrading, overstating while congregating. Man, we got to break out of this joint. No rehabilitation, what's the point? No better life at the end of incarceration, just economic, social, financial stagnation. Man, we're already over here. They don't want us back. They made it clear. Can't find no job, don't have no chance. The music is on, I'm gonna do my dance. Man, I know how it's gonna end, but at least have some laughs with my friends. Peace.
Yeah, that's some writing. You got a nice pen, brother. You got a nice pen, brother.
Yo, that's
Your
why it's
rhyme and your
fire.
rhyme scheme, rhyme pattern.
Word.
Dope, bro.
Hey, right.
Dope.
The rhyme
Dope.
was just sick. The
Oh,
fact
thank you.
that he started off with mental castration.
Mm.
Yeah,
He
you know.
said mental castration.
That's a real thing. That's a real thing.
You just
Yeah,
said
yeah, it is.
that's a whole prompt. That's a whole prompt within itself. Just them two words by itself. I'm still
Thank you.
stuck. I can't even get past them two words. Let's not. Man, look. He said he came to slay. He ain't come
Right.
to play.
What a hell of a vocabulary.
Boy.
Look, it's gonna be interesting, man. Hey,
Look, you
man.
It
about to make me
is, bro. It's
look. You about to make me. I'm about to go learn some new words tonight. I gotta go learn some more new words.
do you hear me? Because he peaked, bro. Wow.
I got hell on my hand.
I ain't even think all them words rhyme together for real.
I
Appreciate
mean,
it.
you know, cause you know, I mean, like really, you just and my ink ain't for the weak, but good grief, you just yeah.
Well, that's for that brother that I can't remember his name. He just left, but he was talking about his first poem. A couple people probably missed it, but I was inspired
Oh
by that.
yeah. His was deep too. This I look at it like this here. I mean, it's gonna be a challenge, but it's gonna be fun because you know the fact that we all getting to know each other now, and you know what I'm saying, it ain't like your words gotta sound better than his, or my words gotta sound better.
Nah,
It's all
I told
about
him
the flow.
I'm not here for no competition. I'm not even on that. I'm not here for that. You know, be honest with you. I just want to
It's
hear some
just a
poetry with
beautiful
you.
thing.
I'm not on that. That's what makes art. In fact, it's subjective. You know what I mean? I'm not into the competition. To be honest with you. I'm
It's
just
all about getting your workout, networking, cross promoting, cross
exactly.
branding, and and just being great. At the end of the
That,
day,
I
man,
just
it's
heard
all
you
about you
perform
being
tonight.
great.
I'm impressed. So I enjoy myself already. You know.
Look, I'm trying to find this one poem. Um, who we gonna have going up? Let me see. Let me blow this back up. Uh, who's next? Who next? Are no limits. Are no limits. Hey, you haven't popped off in a while, man. Man, let me go ahead and give you center stage and show the people, why there's no limits.
All right, hey, you get what you asked for, so don't come crying to me about what takes place here. So it's funny while while you guys were doing those pieces, and actually one piece stuck out to me, which was a bad side of a poet, and so that's a piece I'm gonna share with you guys real quick. So here we go. My pen is my sword. My heart is my ink. Which one do you want to see, please? Please. Like Saitama, One Punch Man, either your entire livelihood, like infinite chaotic spirit bombs dropping on repeat. The difference between a poet, my pen, is no difference. I speak out of my lobotomy state to show you I'm only in my cryocrystallized state. Don't wake me, or else when I wake, you'll see the end timing of a bomb that the fissures that it's so lethal that my presence is not present to you. Nuke radical blast from the past. Call me demolition man because I'm a blast from the past. Thought it was funny to bring me to the other side. Didn't I advise that the only person outside of God who can stop me is my pops? So who wants to try me? I guess you do, because you didn't understand that the warning signs were serious signs to step away from. For I caution yellow tape your whole spot. Even your spots will have spots, Dalmatians. This isn't what I wanted to bring forth because you came at me for nothing, knocking at my door for trouble's sake. Then fine, here's your end for peak's sake. Let me hyperbolic train this rage from the other side of a poet and let you know these burns forever burns for you truly will be a lost boy in this jungle of pure unadulterated Thanos, Eraser, Raccoon Gun, Soul Punisher, Instant Transformation, Kamehameha, Limit Breaker, Kaioken, times Berserker, Kilimanjaro, send you to the next dimension to say, I wish you didn't wake up the bad side of a poet. See, you thought it was funny, so you just laughed. So you thought it was funny, so you kept laughing. Now I'm the last one standing. Joker laughing. So who's the best joke on why you keep laughing? I guess you thought when you're pressed on the back of a carton of milk, how you're erased from existence. Sharks like Megalodon have issues running away from me before they meet their end. And the end of their term of existing, no one ever thought of your life pre-shipping like FedEx, no tracking number, then lose track of you. Don't wake up the bad side of a poet. You thought this was something. This is only a warning signs of the problems that await your end. But see, your problem, the problem with you is that you are always woody pecking this rage spilling over like implosions of your oxygen five. You'll surrender and I'll turn you over like Robin to Joker four. You'll be begging for mercy. You'll be begging for mercy to reach the end of my mercy. So mercy isn't coming for your way because you threatened my entire existence three times. You struck out, and there was no time to give you another chance because you snatched the gauntlet of chances out of my hands and snapped me into who you wanted me to be. To double dose of apologies that I'm not trying to hear because you mistaken my quietness and my kindness and quietness for weakness. It's a shame that you'll now have to bear all the fruits of your choices that'll leave you open for another reality of life after death. Note that one. I wish you was wise enough to walk away before you made your bed where I slaved because I kept telling you like Gohan, I don't want to fight you. Then you attacked everything precious to me, so I had to ether your entire mondo ego and erase every cell of you. Don't do this again before I forget who I am. Zero. Poem.
Okay,
He's
sir.
a writer.
Okay, sir.
He's a writer.
I really, I want you to memorize that piece because when if you can
Yeah.
spit that fluently, oh my
Right.
god,
Right.
because that's one of them battle poems, like one of them battle poems. Like,
Right.
yeah, that's one of them ones.
Yes, sir. Yeah, it's been some years since I shared that piece, so I'm a bit rusty with that one.
Hey
Oh
man,
yeah,
practice make perfect, man.
yeah, that's what
But
we
yeah,
in the gym
that's
right
been
now.
in the vault for huh? You said what now?
Look,
I said this is the gym. We in the gym right now,
look.
training.
This is the
Absolutely.
dojo, man. Welcome to the dojo.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
look, I got a shorty that I want to spit for y'all, man. This I ain't got too many short poems. I got like about five I can count off one hand, but this is like probably like a 30-second one. So it's called "Fuck My Cadence." It's funny how I feel so empty inside, but people still call me silent. I stand strong like a rock, crying out, water flowing out of me because nobody spoke to me like they were supposed to. See, I was misled into the wilderness. I seen signs and wonders and I still didn't believe. I turned my back and I cursed God. I switched sides. I pointed my gun with closed eyes just to realize I was killing myself, my soul, my spirit. It was tainted. My vision was blurry. My heart was racing. I was pacing. I was one more fuck up away, give my soul to Satan. See, this shit is real. See, fuck my cadence. I need guidance. I need someone to speak to. No one around. I couldn't talk to nobody. Nothing to say but spoken words.
Nice. Yes, nice.
I
Golly.
rock with that. I rock with that. I rock with that. That's just spitting. That's all that is. That's just spitting.
Yeah.
Look,
That's just spitting. I'm gonna give it to you
Just
raw,
over there,
uncut.
look,
just
This man just
look,
snapping.
Yeah, I'm gonna just give it
look,
to you raw, uncut. Okay.
look. Pointed the gun with closed eyes just to realize I was killing myself, my soul, my spirit. It was tainted. My vision was blurry. My heart was pacing. I was, look, I was
hmm
one more fuck up away, getting my soul to Satan. Fuck this shit, man. Look, y'all, look, woo, look,
I feel it. I feel it.
look,
I feel
So,
it.
so
look,
you going, so you going there? That's how we doing it.
look,
So
look.
okay, then my ink ain't for the week. It drips
Okay, let's do it.
diabolically and drastically, disintegrating stages, leaving mics blazing, leaving you hazy. I'm a beast with my words. My pen swings with the strength of my strong sword. The yellow brick road is now finally gone. Ripped it up with these words. See, my pen comes from the ancient of ages, the ink of my blood of my ancestors. The names trickle through my veins. Sometimes my pen goes insane. It gets carried away. She don't hold her tongue. That venom drips slow, incinerating pages, inking my inkwell. These verbs made your head swell, sending your thoughts to the pit of hell. My ink appears in different realms. You might want to think before you speak. See, I ain't the road runner. This ain't no meet. So before you decide to
Mm.
step to me, just remember my of the week. She's a beast in these poetic streets. That ink causing catastrophes, causing collided collisions when this tongue be spitting. Don't get don't get too close. You might get stained. Dropping bars in my verses, leaving you discouraged. My ink got the weak. Got you weak at the knees. I told you my ink ain't for the weak. Now watch me put your ass in a deep sleep. Point.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. I love that line. My ink is not for the. Oh my god. Y'all, yeah, y'all straight,
Ink.
man. Y'all straight. Y'all
Hey,
cool.
I
It
got
is
it.
what it is.
Man,
He said,
look,
"Y'all cool, y'all cool."
look, look. Man, look, y'all got me in the mode. Forget it. I'm gonna go off.
I
They
got one
say
for you.
life is funny. That's why I take death
So
seriously. I was told to have faith, but I allowed the Most High to steer me. But I didn't believe, so I took the wheel and made a quick left. I got distracted by his voice, by the voices in my head. I couldn't hear God's footsteps. I blame myself. I blame everyone but myself because I told myself that I was a victim. I could have played into the system, but I got played by the system. They told me to join their side or I can die with them. And I looked them square dead in the eye and told them I was with them. 20 years later, I'm still living. They say I was going to hit rock bottom, but I made it past the ceiling. Then I had to do it for my legacy. I understood I had to say fuck my feelings. And ever since then, it been sick to soccer, see murder. Ever since then, it been sick to soccer, see murder. Master P, I mean, no limits. But I had to learn because in that process, I had to understand growth. Now I can say I'm the same person in real life I am on my Facebook post because people be living two different lives like OnlyFans chicks. Did I switch or did I miss?
Y'all better stop playing.
Boy, man.
Y'all better stop playing. Y'all better stop playing. Y'all better stop playing with me.
Really?
Y'all finna
Really?
I
wake
got
me
one.
up.
Look,
He
Y'all
just
finna
don't.
wake me up, and I'll be bro.
Oh no,
Don't
we
look.
ain't trying to
I,
wake you up. You supposed to already be woke.
it's cool. It's cool.
look.
I got one. I got one for you.
Go
Okay, let's
ahead. Go
go
crazy.
out.
We ain't trying to wake you up. You supposed to be woke.
Let's
You got
go.
one, or you want her?
Broken spirit. Tired.
So who going next?
I am. I had a woman ask me if I was tired. If I was tired of fighting. How do you answer this? I'm exhausted, defeated, drained, depleted of strength and will. There's something wrong with me because I'm still here. I didn't ask for this fight, but something in me won't let me stop. I didn't ask to be made like this. Maybe the Creator has a plan for me that I can't see. There are some entities that exist that have an innate ability to fight. They were assigned this responsibility upon birth. Emanations from the cosmos entrusted with the care of creation, defending us in battle, to wage war with dragons. My angels ain't done with me yet. There's always something wrong with me when supposed companions come draped with arms in deceit, painted as a twin flame. Consciously knowing manipulation is laced with narcissism, like a bad cocktail ready to push me into a lovesick stupor, dropping bombs on me like it's a war. Turn the other cheek. I'm not your daddy Warbucks, meal ticket, Captain Save-A-Ho, or Superwoman. Stop looking at my cape. I should be dropped on my head like you need to be. Maybe common sense will find you. To be charged with emasculation. Passion is confused for aggression. Chivalry is lost to simping. Respect is crushed to rejection. To constantly to perform better than the rest. To rise above the bullshit is beyond me. When others seem to take classes on how to irritate the blood out of a human. My energy language is unfiltered. A negotiated relationship where eggshells is how we learn how to move around each other. Nervous energy harnessed to a bottle. It's like trying to cage lightning. They say fuck around and find out. Try Jesus, don't try me. You can try a lot of things, like playing with dynamite or drinking broken glass. Shit, try going down a slide made of razor blades. Better yet, try driving blindfold down the wrong side of the road in reverse. I have the right to choose violence. I identify as a threat, a motherfucking problem. Anything you say can and will be held against you. Let's go to war. Taste.
Let's go. Look,
Wow.
that's what I'm
I see
talking
what
about,
we doing.
man.
I see what we doing. That's cool.
Look,
That's what's up.
we here.
That's what's up.
Get down or lay down.
That's what's up.
Oh, if
Matter, but yeah,
Get down.
y'all did y'all. I'm not even for Little Rock. I was really lying to y'all.
we quiet?
Because I was born in the Nile River, I was bathed in the rays of the sun of the Nigeria. It touches my skin of gold, so every time I take an L, I look at God as I stare in my mirror. On demand, the man knows that you demand. That's why they already got a fear of you. They figured you would go by the standard that they already set. That's why they set a criteria too. And when you say no, I won't and don't, they play victim in criteria too. But they don't understand this is much more than physical. This is spiritual. That's why I
Mm.
don't care about a doctor or the day that you was born. Your soul will forever be scorned until you realize that Jesus was the one that delivered you. you. So may your blessings catch up to you, because he mustered up all of the strength that he took for every whip that he took just so you could become miracle. Now let me find those that are lost. I said mayo, ketchup, mustard, miracle whip. What a cost. Because those are things that you spread across bread daily, where our daily bread was spread upon a cross. So that was just for those who was lost for a minute. For those who didn't understand that cross reference, just know Jesus paid for your sins. And the only thing that it costs, heaven. And I'm not trying to be revered as anybody's reverend. It's just when I look at his text, it's hard for me not want to send the message. Like, if we doing this, we can do it. But I'm telling you, I'm trying to stay asleep. I don't want to, like, leave me sleep. Leave me be. Just leave me
Bread
be.
No, I'm
across
finna
and
wake
the
you up.
bread
No,
across.
No, wake your ass up.
Leave me be.
Who
Wake
I'm
up.
finna
told you
wake
to
your
write
ass
like
up.
that?
No,
Who
Bro,
told you to
y'all
write
y'all
like
did.
that?
Y'all did. Because when
exactly.
it's poets like y'all coming for my head, I have to write like that.
Okay.
Wakey, wakey, eggs and
Okay. Well,
bacon.
I'm finna make you right even harder.
Let's
I'm finna
go.
make you right even harder then, cause see, the story was sold. The story was told, and then it got sold. Footsteps pounding crack concrete at 12 years old. Crack things. My biggest clientele hustled the corners because I had dope for sale. Those same corners painted with paint, splashed and red when you read their names. My really close friends. See, I've been running all my life, sacrificed, still paid the price, rolled the dice more than twice, damn near lost my life. These streets ain't nothing nice. Just another lost soul in this cold ass paradise. Caught in the entrapment. My path paved in darkness. No particular direction. Mistakes written in graffiti. Permanent reflections. Reflecting trauma dangling like regret from my neck. The disrespect. Tales from the hood. I'm misunderstood. These voices in my head reliving my past. Those demons really beating my ass. Caught in this chaotic storm. Disasters of destruction. Pulling triggers since a youngin'. Me versus me, throwing fits and fists. Move swinging like pendulums. Those thoughts swiveling on swivels. Monologues did miraculously move mountains for me. The weight on my shoulders, heavy as boulders. Anger boiling beneath the surface. The torture of being broken and distorted. It was hard to breathe. So I got down on my knees, put two hands together. I just want to be free. In the midst of a catastrophe, searching for blessings, my tears are lessened. Penning these lines ain't dripped like blood from the trenches I crawled. I made it through it all. My story now being told on Amazon Prime.
Look,
Yeah,
let's
don't even worry
go.
about it. All right. I'll write tonight. Don't even don't worry about it. I'll write tonight.
All right, I got one for you. I got one for you.
I told you I'm gonna wake you up.
Okay.
Y'all wrong for that. I just want to let y'all know before you go, Shorty. I just want to let y'all know y'all wrong for this. Y'all are wrong for this. All right, go ahead.
It's okay. Serenity. Dying is easy. Living
Mm.
is harder. I'd rather die on my feet than live on my knees. Keep your friends close and your enemies even closer. Lord, bless me with the strength to rise above the chaos. Guide my strides on this journey of life where I can expect to learn joy and pain, love and loss, racism and bigotry, sundown towns, division, hatred, illness, depression, and aggression. I have no voice, expression, formulation, wording, or articulation. No opinions, phrasing, conviction, verdict, viewpoint, determination. No thoughts, mind, matter, cogitations, hallucinations, meditations, illuminations to share. You will never be ready to hear me. May the ink I bleed permit you, bestow you with the ability to realize, learn, notice, discover, encounter, witness, calculate, perceive, decipher, recognize, protect, indulge, romance, and love me. The words I construct, build, imagine, fabricate are components, manifestations of medieval times. Forging sentences like metal excavated from the earth, heated and wrought. Casted, dyed, bending, drawing, rolling, extrusion, stamping, punching, joining, decoding, deriving, melding, soldering, prefixes, suffixes, root words, morphology, bolding, riveting, inflexing, syntaxes, linguistics, schematics, grinding, polishing, honing into place, fortifying my armor, keeping all fears irrelevant. Protecting me from thinking rejection mixed with isolation, depression, and sadness is a normal way of breathing, rising and setting as the evil twins of day and night, like a friend who coaxes you into loneliness, pacifying happiness into a corner. Hope is a delusional drug force fed daily, suppressing the regurgitated insecurities that left you jagged, covered in scars, battered and bruised. Dislikes, loathe, hate, tolerate. If you really love me like I love you, was this energy being reciprocated, flowing as that of a river or the way blood courses through a vein? Why is there a subconscious anaphylaxis response to the day of my birth that has been hiding like a disease? Is that because my destination was known to you? Now I'm someone to siphon, drawing energy from like that of the earth, ready to spew a volcano, bringing me to a state of reverse polarity. Let the amount of negativity wash over me, to not drown me in tears, waterboarding me. That everything you say isn't an attack at me, to not take it personally. It's just how you express yourself. You are an amalgamation, a culmination of neglect, rage, hate, and absence. It's unfortunate. You've only learned one way, using backs as steps to get ahead. Peace.
Look,
Yeah. See,
we
this just
going
let me
off.
know. This let me know. It, we got an arsenal. Like you got to come in
Look,
this league with an arsenal. You gotta come with. You got to come every round.
look. They say stay strong. I say what the fuck for? So everybody else can benefit from it. See, that kind of shit that made me want to vomit. See, you supposed to be the light. Did y'all ever think that I might like the dark? You supposed to have a heart and be kind and show love. I say fuck that, cause showing love only left me with broken emotions, and that shit is hard to fix, like broken relationships. See, I hate to being one that have to be strong because people expect you not to be weak. But please don't think that shit. But again, you'll never know because I hide that shit like white people do racism. So stop looking for me to have the answer because I didn't fail the test. And y'all still want to copy me? Stop it, please. I didn't walk down dark alleys and drove the lane. Y'all did nothing but foul me. But I still scored. I'm still scoring. But babies are beautiful. But what about stillborns? See, they didn't want me here, but I was stillborn. See, I'm at my greatness. See, I'm in red form. See, I made it past the clouds now. I made it up to the thunderstorms. But what? But for what? To carry this world on my shoulders? Y'all wonder why my heart turned colder. I'm just waiting on the day that someone gonna ask me, how do you feel? What do you need? What makes you breathe? See, that's too much like right, but wrong is what I grew accustomed to. See, walk a mile in my shoes or two, and see that my steps are hard to walk in like bow neck and picture toe people. See, everybody is not created equal. See, my pain is my pain. So staying strong for you and staying strong for somebody else is two different ball games.
I don't want no smoke. Y'all good?
They say babies are beautiful, but what about stillborns?
Borns.
They
That's
didn't
my
want me
favorite
here, but I
line.
was stillborn.
That was my favorite line.
Look,
Babies are beautiful. What about stillborns? It's crazy.
Oh, you want another one? You want another one? You want to do it
let's
again?
go.
Let's go.
Let's
Let's go. Okay.
go.
Damn you! I miss waking up to getting lost in the way the light reflects within the iris of your eyes. The way a smile would creep through the corners of your mouth, waking up the dimples that would demand the infamous bottom lip bite, calling my blood to rise. Feeling the heat of your hands drawing me in, breaking the cold, my coat of arms, melting me into you, warming my heart. I miss the sound of your breath in my ears, the bass level, causing vibrations to stimulate my spine to dance at your touch. Even if we were never the same height, you knew how to navigate the course, realigning my spine and my attitude with one well placed hug. I miss your mouth, tickling my insides like Beethoven, composing the Fifth Symphony. Are you licking me, or am I rotting your face? Fingertips tapping vertebrae, commanding limbs to become unwilling participants of this cosmic oral foreplay. Your member growing within an arch, somehow locking me into place, rocking me like an earthquake, relearning to breathe, craving to taste you. Yet I'm still suspended from touching, tasting. You want me to beg? I'll cry if I don't get my way. I need to taste, drink, devour you. Please give me my favorite position. Allow me to savor you while you indulge in me. Enveloping your mass, soaking, lapping, inhaling every inch of your length. Your intimacy is divine. Paint me in the color of your desire, penetrating my walls, crushing internal defenses, stealing my sanity. Oblivion is stunning as long as we make love. Peace.
Man, look, we look, we was too much to this last half of this show, man. Look, we were just going out back to back. Like I love that energy, man. That was number poetic energy for
Oh, so
poetry
that's
month, man.
so that's how we doing it. We
Look,
just
we
no,
going
we
out.
can't end it like that.
We going out. Oh, so
We can't.
so
We
look,
can't. Yes, baby.
look, we know we getting back to a 2 hour mark. So I only got 2 hours going on here. Hey, Lady Crucible, you want to go next, and who want to end it for us?
I'll end it.
Okay, Lady Crucible, go ahead and go off one time, and Arno Limits, he's gonna end the night with his poem, man.
All right. I'm the originator. The element of my style can't be
Go,
duplicated.
go.
I'm the originator. The element of my style can't be duplicated. The duplicity of my thinking leaves your thoughts shrinking. I'm a project baby. Stateway I'm claiming. The trenches raised me, then drained me. I done played with devil's enemies, so don't try and study me, because I can't be studied. My mind be all over. And if I smoke a blunt, it becomes new ink on loose leaf paper. The elements of my style be versatile. Ain't no telling what I'm gonna write about, what's gonna come out of my mouth. I have no filter. Fuck out of here. Cuss words in every line, dropping new shit all the time. My pen on the grind, spitting and splatting what's on my mind. Sometimes my pen cries. It's even visited the afterlife. The elements of my style can cause destruction, like pins poured on hand grenades, explosively exploding, causing commotion. My dialect sizzling in the back of your throat. I am the GOAT. Greatest obstacles are treasures. Nothing can measure to the elements of me. My pen get gangster when you step out of line, dropping bars all the time. Monologues move mountains miraculously. So you see, my style I created. The elements of surprise, unapologetic. The beast has risen. Poem.
Man, I gotta throw my pen at you.
Yeah. That's the
I
one.
look, I gotta throw my pen at you, man.
I like y'all. Y'all
What
got some
we
good
doing? What we
alliteration. Y'all
doing,
be
man?
saying too.
What we doing, man?
Yeah,
Your
y'all
alliteration.
didn't even notice. I gave an acronym for my heart. Notice I said I am the GOAT. Greatest
Yep.
obstacles are treasures.
Oh no, I caught it.
Yeah. Oh no, I saw that
I
too.
caught it.
That was
I
beautiful.
caught it.
Sheesh.
Good
All
Who
work.
right.
told you to
Good
write
work.
like that?
Man, her pen
Well, see,
did.
my mom and my grandma taught me if I'm gonna bring it with everything I got. So, like
There
I
you go.
said, I'm a
That's some
project
sound
baby.
advice.
I grew up playing with the devil's enemies.
Hmm. Straight fire.
Well,
Straight fire. Hey, are no limits, man. Hey, the last poem on you. Go
all
ahead and
right,
end the
let's
show
do it.
greatly, man.
Let's do it. All right.
Oh,
My pen is my sword. My heart is my ink. Which one do you want to see bleed? Lemonade on ice. Lemonade on ice is like the juice of all the haters that knocked my block into ice cubes. How I slide into an escape route away from your poison juice, toxins of umbrella T virus. My Osiris sees the foolishness you place, lying as I skip to my lube, kicking straight ballistics of every arrow death that you would try to take me out. I doubt you can get past my icy blocks. How I'm colder than Jack Frost, heartbeat Omarion Icebox, where whether or not you are listening, it's time you understand how your toxins are like trying to make me gone before you turn me dead. I mean, red, how you're now dead to me. Thank you for exposing yourself so I can slide away from your acid, snowball away from all of your foolishness, roly poly oly my way to freedom. I make pits of black ice for you, so don't catch a cold with your lemonade on my block of ice, frozen blizzard storms. Oh, lemonade, your sour sweet gone head ass that doesn't last at all. Short burst fuse. Let me show you how trash you are. But let you rest on dry ice with applied pressure, no escape. Can't bring me yellow jacket stings, hornets of honeycomb bees striking the ice in my soul. But behold, I'm a geyser. If you flow past me, then my pressure will send you sky high and evaporate into nothingness. So you can't. So you want a catastrophic fusion of your office. Good night to call me Goku fighting Super Saiyan 13. Super Android 13. Embrace your end with a spirit bomb mixed with Super Saiyan. Welcome to your end. Lemonade piss your schemes. Never chill around my block ever again. Go kick rocks full of ice or just freeze over and be forgotten about. Lemonade on ice. Boom.
Lemonade on ice. I ain't gonna lie, lemonade on ice is pretty delicious, man. I ain't gonna hold you, man. But shout out, man. Shout out, man. But hey, man, I love what we did tonight. We talked about some real stuff, you know. Shout out to Kamala Anthony. Hope he get his justice that he need. You know, with self defense. You know, I just hate that we hate each other, and I just see so many black people that standing against them, and it's just like, when are we gonna stand together? At the end of the day, you know, we got to stand for each other because they not gonna stand for us. So you know, when Kendrick Lamar said they not like us, man, they not like us. They will never be like us. But you know, we won't be like us until we get our stuff together and be there for one another. You know, let's get back to the old days where I can go back to my next door neighbor and ask them for a cup of sugar or a cup of milk or a cup of eggs. Let's get
Right.
back to the
Without
Or
days,
wasting
you
time.
know.
take it back to when the village actually raised the child.
Look, let's talk about it.
Facts.
You know, and that's the reason why we have these kids is outrageous now because the village is gone. The village is
Man, I
gone.
remember when the neighbor, I remember when the neighbor was allowed to whoop my behind and
Look,
take me home.
and did a couple times, and did a couple times,
I'm talking about
man.
and did, and you
Mm.
were scared of that neighbor. After that, you
Look,
yes ma'am,
look,
no ma'am,
look,
yes
look,
sir, no sir.
look. But the
They don't
times
got
have
that no
changed.
more.
Nah.
Right,
You know, yes sir, no sir wasn't just because your parents was in the military. It was called
mhm,
respect.
right,
Exactly.
And you know, like I tell a lot of people, don't get it twisted. We didn't get the yes sir, no sir, yes man just because our ancestors were slaves. Because trust me, that's
mhm,
one word they did not want in our vocabulary.
right,
Because
right.
that's just like saying yes sir, massa, knows massa. No, hell no.
Look, talk heavy. But man,
Until,
look,
like you said, our voices and your
no, that's a fact.
gotta
We
get it
need to
together.
come
We gotta
together.
get
We
it
got to
together.
get it. That's a fact.
Mm.
You know, and but that's the whole reason why, you know, we have poets out here with great minds that we can tell and in our literature that, you know, this is what we need to do as people, not only just be, you know, sayers but also doers at the same time. We have to come together. You know, failure is not an option. We can't be continue to look at the lesser when everybody look at us as the most powerful beings on earth. So,
Mm.
we gonna get it together though. But man, hey man, but we getting to the end, man. Look, I want y'all to shout y'all out, tell the people who you are, where you're from. Look, we're gonna start with Shabazz. Tell the people who you are and where you're from and where they can find you at.
Like the same with everything. I'm mainly on Facebook, but I got stuff on YouTube and other platforms. Maybe Shabazz the Poet, DAPOET. I'm here in Fayetteville, North Carolina right now. As I retired from the Army, I've been here 20 years. Probably gonna die here. I love it here.
Okay. Hey, that's Shabazz the Poet, Poetry Life League member, man. We're gonna go to R No Limits, man. R No Limits.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? So again, name is Arno Limits 33. You guys could mainly find me on IG. I'm not as active on there as it used to be, but I'm slowly but surely getting back on there. But I'm out of Lake Worth, Florida, so that's where you guys could find me at. So one love.
Okay. Hold up. Last but not least, man, we got Lady Crucible in the building. Lady Crucible, tell the people who you are, where you from, where they can find you at.
Hey, I'm Lady Crucible, aka Mistress of Mayhem. You can find me on Facebook as Lady Crucible, Mistress of Mayhem. You can find me on Instagram as Lady Crucible. You can find me on TikTok as Poetic Priestess, and also on YouTube as Poetic Priestess. Peace.
Man, that's Lady Crucible, man. And y'all already know who I am, man. It's TK the Poet. You already know it, so you ain't got to quote it. And if I spoke it, you already know what that means. Y'all wrote it. Hey, get your merch. TK the Poet. Hey, Poetry Life League is finna go down July 12th. We got some of the best poets across the United States. We had 24 of the top poets going against each other. Hey, it's gonna be something to see. If y'all didn't think poetry was this hype, think again. Hey, again, shout out to Shabazz, shout out to Lady Crucible, shout out to No Limits, shout out to Shorty Rock, shout out to Oso, shout out to True Poet for jumping on the stage, spinning on the mic. Hey, this night was fire. Straight poem after poem after poem. Then look, we got some deep meaning about Carmelo Anthony. So shout out to that young man. But until then, this is Poetry Life. This is Poetry Month. Hey, we get it how we live. Poetry Life. TK the Poet. Yeah, we out. Let's go.
Get the money with you or with your not. Get the fucking whip with the pot. Your corn, I invest up in the stock. Left everybody went straight up to the top. Don't care like me or like me not. See the op spin the block. Ain't gon' stop till see them all drop. Grave your field, yeah, I see the plot. Grave your field, yeah, I see the plot. Ain't gon' stop till see them all drop. See the op spin the block. Don't care like me or like me not. Left everybody went straight up to the top. George Corn, I invest up in the stock. Get the fucking whip